What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the SpaZcast. I'm your host, Z, and with me once again are my friends and fellow co-hosts, Kay, Garrett, Tony, and Bobby. Say hello.
Hey.
Hola. Hi, friends.
This week I wanted to talk to you guys about conventions.
Ooh.
Which is the long word for cons.
The long con, the short con.
The long con, the short con, whatever con you want it to be.
All the cons.
And last year I went to my first real big Comic-Con was New York. And that was so exciting and so fun. And Garrett went with me.
I was
going to
say,
time, didn't we?
I think I was there with you. It was so exciting. I almost
weren't there
forgot.
in spirit. You were there laying in the bed next to me.
I was.
It was fantastic.
I was.
No, but that was so much fun. Like comparing it to the Baltimore Comic-Con, which we had went to a couple years before.
Which doesn't even exist anymore in my mind.
Con I've been to, so take it easy.
It's the only
Oh,
Comic-Con
we'll take it easy because
Yeah.
it was the first con that I ever went to, and that was still like really cool. I remember like standing in line at the ticket, like waiting to go in, and like Stan Lee like walks by with just a couple of bodyguards, and like nobody's noticing this shit. Amazing thing happening. No one's saying anything.
Nope.
I'm like, that's Stan Lee right there.
Our God is walking in front of us. He's in our presence.
The creator.
Yeah.
We'll call him the creator. No, that was just unreal. It was like the first time I looked at him, I was like, that guy's like 4'11", 65 pounds.
And you could flick him and he would fall apart. Because he's
the
like
entire Earth would fall apart.
94 now?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's what, 92, I think.
He's 94.
Ooh,
actually.
94.
Yeah, he's
I'm
94
behind.
years old.
You don't even know how old your
Yikes.
God is?
He's so godly, I don't even know.
Yeah, he's infinity at this point.
He may be 200, I don't know.
he might be. No, but I wanted to see. I wanted to know what kind of experiences and stories you guys had from your con and convention. Well,
like
go
you
for
said,
it.
I was at New York last year with you and our good pal Ricky Howe. Shout out.
Hi, Ricky.
But no, I mean it was a whole new experience going from Baltimore Comic-Con to that because I went to Baltimore Comic-Con for 3 years before New York last year, and that was already amazing to me because that's the first place I actually met Stan Lee. So that was it for me. I didn't think anything else was like could
top that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was just one of those moments where I was actually shaking from meeting someone. I've never left after meeting someone for 3 seconds and left shaking after meeting them. So
Impressive too.
yeah, I do have a good.
I do love that picture. Can I get a copy of that?
You can. Yeah.
Can you sign it for me?
We can put it on the Facebook.
We can make it. Yeah,
We can do that. Well,
that works.
for our viewers to see.
That'd be awesome.
I'm not going to say what it is. We'll just put it up and they can see it themselves.
They'll be so excited.
Yeah.
That'll
But
be
yeah,
great.
I mean, you literally walked in and they're like, "All right, stand next to him, take a picture," and you just walk out. And then
stand next to this thing.
He was actually really lively, and for being 92 years old, I guess
Good
that's
for
why I
him.
thought 92 because that's when I met him was 2 years ago.
And you forgot how long ago it was.
Yeah.
It was just last week.
But he was a cool guy. He was talkative, didn't just sit there like a log and was just like staring at the camera. But so yeah, Baltimore was my first experience. Last year with New York Comic-Con was just fucking amazing. I mean, we walked around for 8 hours. I don't think we sat down once for lunch.
Yeah, we probably walked the equivalent of like, I would say 130 miles, maybe.
Probably,
Yeah,
maybe
give-
150.
Give or take, maybe kilometers.
I don't know.
But
No, it was.
yeah,
I remember
we did a lot of walking.
how bad my legs hurt at the end of the day because it was just nonstop.
I remember
and that was
you text me about it.
and that was the
To
first.
tell me about your legs.
And your Halo
You
sword
had
that
to
you
tell
bought.
everybody about the legs.
and the
didn't you?
Halo sword I bought. Those were the two things that
Yeah.
the first day was just so overwhelming. But then we got a layout of the area because it was so big, and then the next day it was easier to walk around. And
No, it wasn't.
true. Well, the first day,
Not really.
Steve was in his Deadpool costume, and people. He was a celebrity, and people were taking pictures with him everywhere we went. I had to hold his bags for him.
He was like my girlfriend. That was so great.
But, I mean, I got to meet so many other people at New York. I mean, Stan Lee was there. We did see him. You got to meet him and get something signed by him.
kind of. I mean, I kind of got to meet him.
Right, like I kinda got to. We don't really meet him.
That Stanley experience was like, it was amazing and it was horrible at the same time because the New York Comic Con security sucked. They were so bad at just getting the line together.
Yeah.
They must have had they had no clue how many people were probably going to show up to this thing.
Yeah, they didn't plan for it at all.
No, not at all. And where they put him was like right in the middle of the show floor.
Yeah, right in front of the
for all
Marvel.
this other stuff.
Of
Everything.
anything, the Marvel section.
So there was like no fucking way in hell that there was going to be any organization, and then you see him coming, and then everybody like starts to wave forward towards him, like
right
at the beginning of a concert, like let's go.
And it's right when Agents of Shield came out, so.
Yeah. So there were already a bunch of people over there.
What's the car's name? Lola.
Lola.
They had that, and so like the lines in front of that, and then, of course, everybody wants to take pictures of Lola, but there's people in line that are in the way to see Stan Lee,
it was such crap. And then by the time you actually got to the front, there was a guy that was like, you were only allowed to use one thing to get, or give him one thing to sign.
Yeah,
that's it. It was like $40, whatever. I'll pay that. And the guy takes it from me. He's like, give me that. I'm gonna give it to Stan myself. And he did it. Like he just took it, and I tried to sneak because they had the Comic-Con bobbleheads.
Yeah,
Stanley's. And I tried to like kind of sneak that nonchalantly on the table.
Here you go, Stan.
Stan, please see this before he does. And nope,
no.
He literally picked it up and shoved it back in my bag. Like fuck you, kid.
Stanley doesn't give you like a true believer or anything. Like,
he didn't say a word. And that was like the other thing that was disappointing. Is like he signed a thing. He's like he just literally like signing it really quick. Slide.
They just put it
slide
down.
to
Yeah.
the side. Signing. Slide. Sign. Slide. Sign. Slide.
No, it is.
He was
When you
quick
have
for being
900
94. He's
people.
got quick hands. But
yeah,
but I mean, still, at least I got something signed by him. And
exactly.
I got to see him in person. I tried to take a selfie, but it didn't really work out too well.
Yeah, the Stan selfie wasn't.
But at least you got a selfie with Whoopi.
You did.
I did get a selfie with Whoopi.
I know that's Steve. That's Steve's one.
Hey Whoopi! Shout out to you, my good friend Whoopi Goldberg. That was so great.
He is now friends with Whoopi Goldberg.
Or I guess Deadpool is a fan or
That's
a
true.
friend of Whoopi
That's
Goldberg.
true.
So,
but yeah, New York was awesome. It's going to be awesome again when we go. And tickets were really hard to get this year.
I didn't get one.
Exactly.
you and millions of other people.
But no, I mean it's just
That was such bullshit.
I think overwhelming is just the biggest word for your first experience of New York Comic Con.
Of New York Comic Con, yeah. Yeah,
'Cause now
I would say so too.
I mean, I met Kevin Eastman. I met three of my favorite comic book artists, and I met Jessica Negri. I mean,
yes.
Kay is rolling her eyes
Yes.
hard.
I am not.
Hard.
No, that's
Of course.
oh my.
I mean, that was just, yeah.
I know what you're gonna say.
What?
say it, Bob.
No, I know what Garrett's gonna say.
I introduced you to Jessica
I just
Negri.
don't get it. Like, I think she's okay.
It's because she puts her tits out.
No.
That's the only
But,
reason
like,
you
okay,
people
but,
like
like,
her.
she's
No.
all
That's-
right.
that's-
All
Come
nerds-
on.
Like
There's-
she's smart. She's smart for getting into like such a nerdy place and just shoving
Yeah,
her tits
absolutely.
in everybody's face.
If she walked down the
That's why
street,
she has so many fans. And you all are like, no, that's not why.
Hey,
but
let's
that's
be
no,
fair.
all right. All I'm
definitely
saying
why.
is that if she walked down the
covered up-
street and she wasn't wearing like an R2D2 like push,
I would think she is extremely
You wouldn't
hot.
give a
She's still
shit.
hot.
You
She's
would
still
not give
hot.
a
She
shit.
I
is
mean,
still
I'd
hot.
give her a second glance, but I'm not going to be like, oh my god, I got to go get
If she
pictures
was in
signed.
Well, guess what? That's the
jeans and a
difference between you
sweater,
and me and
A
UK.
turtleneck. Let's say a turtleneck. If that bitch was walking down the street in a
Fuck yes.
turtleneck,
Fuck
you
yes.
wouldn't
still
give
hot.
Who the
Yep.
She-
fuck walks down the street in a
She's
turtleneck?
still hot.
Yeah, not
She
this
is
July
still-
weather.
What else? Okay.
She is still incredibly
She's
hot.
hot.
All right.
Tits or not, she is
Right.
hot.
All right. Whatever you say.
Exactly, because
I
I can
buy it
fit.
for-
And that's he's.
The breasts are a nice add-on, but it's.
I could see his boner just running up his leg right now, trying to escape.
Oh shit! Sorry,
Calm down, G.
I thought it was under the table. Sorry.
It's not.
Okay, well, we don't have to get off on a tangent on Jessica
Right.
Negri and
Let's
how hot
please
she
not.
is.
Hot.
Oh,
Yeah,
He
so
just
hot.
tried to end it right there. You son of a bitch, you.
Okay,
Mediocre.
I was whatever. Okay,
So, Bob, tell us about. You said you went to Baltimore Comic Con.
I went to Baltimore Comic Con one time. I didn't feel the need to go again.
Oh my.
It was cool. It was a Comic Con. I'd never been to one before, but it was still just kind of like I know that every surrounding Comic Con that I could go to was better than this. So I just didn't go back. And Garrett tried to get me to go to New York last year, and it was just too late for me to get a ticket. And this year, I made a half-hearted effort, but I wasn't like waiting.
It wasn't half
online.
You were
hard.
in the
You just
queue
didn't
line.
Garrett's
try.
online.
You were in the queue line. What do you mean? Like, oh,
Is
come
there
on.
even a queue for Baltimore Comic Con though?
No.
Does it
No.
really
No.
actually
No.
even
You
sell
can literally
out?
show
Day
up that
of.
day
Isn't
and
it,
get
like,
tickets.
not
I could
don't give a
probably
shit.
do a
Special
cartwheel
at all?
in there and
Like Garrett's
just
sitting-
cartwheel by the ticket stand and just get one and just keep going.
Garrett's sitting over at his desk trying to get these tickets, like having a meltdown because the 3-day passes might have sold out or like
Yeah.
the
That
page
was
won't
no,
refresh.
we were here doing the same thing.
We,
And then-
all of us were doing
And then
the same
I got
thing.
an email from like the New York Comic Con that was like 3-day passes sold out, and I was like, Garrett, they're sold out. And he's like, no, they're not. Like, freaked out about
Because
it.
I didn't want to believe it.
Then he bought, just this whole mess. But
It was a mess.
half-hearted
It was.
effort. If I really
Everything
want to
went
go,
wrong.
I'll just stub
You should
it up.
really want to go.
I do really want to go. It's more of a financial situation than it is a desire.
It is after
It can be, yeah.
after the 3 days are gone, because there's people
that's the
throw it
thing.
on eBay for like $1,000, and
Yeah.
they'll sell too,
Oh yeah, they will.
without a doubt.
It's
That was
just
unbelievable. New York Comic Con, get your shit
yeah.
together.
Don't tell us they're
Because
sold
that
out
w-
and then they're not sold out and then they're sold
and then
out.
they're sold out. Yeah, like did you read their Facebook? Like
Yeah,
I went to
that's
their
how I
Facebook
found out,
and they
yeah.
told and that was just like what a fucking cock tease. An enormous
No.
cock tease. He's like, all right, there's still
Yeah.
a chance
Yeah, I
because I'm
know.
still in the queue for this hour and 15 minutes.
Exactly.
And then it's
'Cause-
done and sold out.
Yeah. That's when Bobby's like, Garrett, they're sold out. I'm like, no, they're not. Wait,
You were
they
fired
might
up
be.
about
You had to see it with your own eyes first to believe it. Yeah.
Exactly.
I was mad because I bought the Saturday ticket because they said they were sold out. And then like,
Yeah.
they're not sold out. I'm like, I don't have enough money on my card now to buy this, you asshole.
The thing about that is that they should just sell them like concert tickets. You can pick what you want, and once they're sold out, that's done. Don't put people in a queue. Because the thing with the queue is
Right.
you don't have a status. Half the time I thought the page was just broken.
I
and
know.
It was never
Yeah,
going to
there
load.
was nothing.
And like you don't know your place in line. You don't have a number or
Yeah.
anything to tell. You're just kind of staring and waiting. And it's like once you get there, they're sold out.
The San Diego situation is
Jesus.
so
I can't
much
even
worse.
imagine.
I don't even. Yeah, it's like.
Well, you
have
need
to
to
get
get
on
in
a
a
waiting
queue
list.
to get in the
Yeah,
queue.
You need to get on a waiting list to get on the list to maybe be able to get a pass.
It's
to
hard
wait
as shit.
5 years
Selected.
to get it.
Yeah. I got mine. When is it? 2022. Yes.
We just have to become really famous, and then we can all.
I
Walk
think
around
so
in
too,
Baltimore
yeah.
masks at San Diego.
Well, that's what this podcast is all
That's
about.
at least- it's-
Obviously.
That's
Exactly,
before the
yep.
Baltimore
To get us
Comic-Con at
into
least.
San
We
Diego.
should just start a Kickstarter to get us into San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah.
Yes, let's do it. I'm down.
Yeah, that guy with the
Potato
potato salad.
Right?
Let's do it.
At
We're gonna
least,
do it.
if you go to 2022, it'll be before the Baltimore Comic Con.
Oh, that's
idiots
right.
can't
Did you
even run
see?
their
This was
website
funny.
right.
What year did it say?
The year
It
it
was
says
like
for the Baltimore
September,
Comic Con.
whatever the days are.
Right.
And what year did it say?
2,104.
Yeah, it said in
For what?
2014,
For Baltimore
2104
Comic-Con.
or something.
It said
Oh, God.
2104. It said 2014.
Maybe it'll be better by then.
Let's pray.
Then Stanley will still be alive.
Yeah, they're just hoping it'll be better by then. They need that much time to fix it.
You ever see Texas Chainsaw Massacre? It's like
Which
Stan
one?
Lee's the grandfather propped up in the wheelchair. at the
Yeah.
end. It's like,
He just comes pushed in, and he's nothing but a skeleton. But he
and when
still
you feed
talks.
him blood, he wakes up.
Awesome.
That's how they keep him
Oh my God,
alive.
Bobby.
Feeding
He
on.
turns into not the creator, but the nightmare.
Suck my finger and wake up and sign my shit.
Instead of getting stuff signed, you donate blood to him
Yeah,
just to keep him alive.
your organs, your skin, everything. Please. All right, there's another Kickstarter. Keep Stanley alive for another 100 years.
Now that is a Kickstarter.
Yeah, that's
They would
one we could
literally
definitely
make
get rolling.
Millions.
We could just say research to keep.
Can't breathe.
Like, remember Kay sent us some pictures of
Oh, shit.
bionic knees and shit. That's what Stanley needs.
Oh, yeah.
Bionic
can-
knees
he can
or
body.
knee replacements.
Probably both. Probably both. Yeah.
He just needs a body replacement, just like
And
that.
it's- yeah. Just put his brain and his heart into somebody else.
Or like
It's
crying.
an
It could be
11-year-old
like
boy.
it could be like crying. Just take his brain and make it.
Into a gigantic robot body.
We
That
can
would work.
rebuild him.
Yeah, we could rebuild him. And all it takes is a couple billion and years, maybe.
Yeah. That I
got
think
it.
that Kickstarter needs to be started for sure.
We should cryogenically
All right, well, check that
freeze
out on
him soon.
Facebook. We'll definitely get that Kickstarter.
We'll
going.
We'll start the Kickstarter to cryogenically freeze him, and then the other Kickstarter to figure out how to keep him alive after that.
There's only two people that want to live forever: Walt Disney and Stan Lee.
Tony, you
Me? Hey.
well you
Hey.
now that you're saying you're
I know Tony has been to a lot
My-
of not your traditional like
No.
Comic-Cons, but
he's been
I
he's
go to
been,
a lot.
there's other cons.
I've been to a lot of
Yeah.
Otakon, which
yes.
is one of the biggest anime conventions in America.
Yeah.
There's
Which
they actually
left Baltimore because it sucks.
no, actually, it's
Well,
not.
Did it
yeah,
really?
actually, it really didn't leave.
It's not leaving until 2016, and the only reason it's going to
2106?
DC.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get your date right.
Well, yes. The only reason it's going to DC is because they're rebuilding the Baltimore Convention Center,
That's good.
and then it's going to come back after that. But yeah, I mean, they put a cap on it this year because it just gets insane. The lines go for hours.
It's
and-
unreal how many people show up to that thing from out of state and everything just to go
Oh, yeah,
to
people
this
fly
con.
from
It's
all
crazy.
over the country to go to it.
It's awesome. I love it. I think it's
I mean, I would
fantastic.
say it's probably like the San Diego Comic-Con of anime conventions,
anime,
but
yeah.
smaller because it's
And
not
on the
like
East Coast.
tons of famous people that go to it. But the guy, what's his name? I'm
don't
actually
know.
excited this year. Dante Basco, I think his name is.
Bastard.
You would also know him as Rufio from Peter Pan. He's going to be there this year.
Stop.
From Hook?
Oh
And
shit!
I'm
From
excited.
Hook?
Yes.
Seriously?
From Hook, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go.
What?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
have
How
to
old
go.
is he now?
I would go
I
to
don't,
that.
he looks like he's like 30, maybe. Not
I
even.
mean,
He
I
looks
don't
young
think
as
he
shit.
would- I mean, I don't know how
He's like
old
Pharrell. He
fit
doesn't
movie.
age.
He's Asian, so
Yeah.
he stays a little
Fucking
younger.
Can't tell.
Lord.
You can never tell. But I mean, I went to one of those because I had friends that went, and I liked anime. So one year I was drunk down Fells Point, and they were like, "Let's walk down to the convention center and just see all these idiots." And this was like 10 years ago.
That's what
I was like,
everybody
"Fine."
does.
I know, right?
That's
So
what
I was
everybody
drunk
does.
at some point. I was like real drunk. I was like, I'm going in there, and like the idiots that work at the convention center, they don't give two shits about anybody there.
Not at all.
So
They really don't.
I like walked
Nope.
through the front door, and they're like, she's like, "Can I see your badge?" And I just laughed at her and kept walking. And I was like, "All right, let's do
You
this."
showed her your empty wallet and just kept walking.
I mean,
in.
when you get in there, they have like more legit people that work at like doors to get into like rooms to see whatever. But I remember that year I actually found a room I walked into and watched Dragon Ball Z for about an hour. I was like,
Cool.
nobody's at the door. I'll do it.
that rules.
So wait, can you meet Rufio and have him sign stuff?
I don't really know what. I mean, we could look on the website and find
my
out.
God.
But I just know he's going
We
to be
gotta
there
find this
doing
out,
stuff,
because that would
maybe
be-
signing
I'd
stuff.
I'd take a picture of myself and make him sign it. You're a substitute chemistry teacher. From their insult battle.
Oh my god, yeah.
There was someone dressed at New York Comic Con had an amazing cosplay of. It was a girl dressed as Rufio.
Yeah.
And she looked
Oh.
like just like him. It was pretty
She,
sick.
yeah,
Hey.
yeah, that was unreal.
Yeah, well, but yeah, after a while, I started paying for him.
Like every other normal
After
fucking
a
person.
while, because after a while, I knew like people would like go and then leave, and I'd be like, "Just give me your badge, and I'll go for the rest of the weekend."
Right.
Or,
That's how I got in one year because my
Or-
little brother
yeah,
goes
exactly.
a lot, and one year I think it's 3 days.
Yeah.
Is it 3 days? Okay, and the third day he decided not to go because he had the 3-day pass, and I said, all right, I'll
well, the
give it a
third
go."
day, there's not really a lot that goes on,
No.
like closing ceremonies, and then people just go to buy stuff because everything in like the dealer's room are like on sale, and
Yeah,
There's
and,
so
and I
much
think that's
stuff.
why I enjoyed it so much because like we went to the where all the artists are.
yeah,
That
the
was, like,
artist
first
alley,
place I went
that
to.
place is awesome.
And that was amazing. I couldn't believe the artistry I saw. It was just as good as like New York Comic Con, if not
Right,
better.
and that's what got me. And that's honestly why I went to Baltimore for like the first
because of the
3 years
artists
because
that
it was
were
the
there.
art because
Yeah.
I didn't even
Yeah.
there was no one really to meet at Baltimore like
There
there's
is
no,
good art.
Yeah, there's like no big celebrities at the Baltimore one. Like there was some cool comic
What a
book
damn
artists,
shame
but
that
like
is.
yeah, I
Like,
met one of
no-
the dudes that
no
did
celebrities come to
Deadpool.
Baltimore.
One of the
I don't
Deadpools.
blame
He was
him, really.
awesome.
I
But
met
you gotta
J.
give it
Scott
time. New
Campbell.
York wasn't anything
right. No,
5
I know.
years ago either.
It's getting bigger, but I'm saying when I
But I
first
think it's because
went
it's
to
like- it's
Baltimore,
New
it was-
York, you
right?
know?
Yeah, but I mean, that's why I still go to New York. I just love the art part of it because there's
Yeah, it's
There's
it's
so many
all-
different,
you
like,
could spend an
mashups
entire
and-
day of just looking at all the art.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
But it's funny because they're both at the Baltimore Convention Center, and basically the dealer's room is the size of the entire Baltimore Comic Con. That room where it is, that's just the dealer's room for Otakon. And
Really?
that's it.
It's enormous. It was so big, and I think
It's
that
huge.
was when I bought that Kingdom Hearts print. I
Yeah,
think it was like one of like the first prints. I
yeah, we
bought
got a lot
at
of good
con
prints that year.
Was Kingdom Hearts at Otakon. So technically, Otakon was really my first con that I ever went to,
Yeah,
and then Baltimore.
I mean Otakon,
And then
they
New
they just keep growing. Like now they have like concerts with like a lot of Japanese artists. They have them play at like the Baltimore Arena
From
while
Japan.
people are like still at the
Fly
convention.
those
Like they
fuckers
just keep
over here.
growing, and it's insane how big it is.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I remember we went last year to.
Well, we watched it.
Well, so yeah, we went
Yeah, you can just
outside
go
the
down
Pratt
and
Street
sit
Ale
there,
House and had lunch and just watched like everybody
You can
cosplay.
definitely
Fucking,
just-
fucking
Oh, yeah.
Green
I
Ranger
definitely
walking
did
down
that.
the road.
Yeah, we're like, there's a Green Ranger. Didn't he have jeans on? He only had the top.
He had jeans. Yeah, no, a beautiful Green Ranger costume. He had the gold and the helmet, and then like a pair of jean shorts.
He literally
an
was
idiot.
going across the crosswalk with jeans on.
My idea: let's all get together. Let's go to BronyCon this year,
Oh,
Oh,
God.
God, no.
and
I'm
let's
in.
just see
I'm
what
in.
that's about.
And just
And dress as a
No.
the Green Ranger in Levi's. I should
Dibs
come
on
as
Periwinkle
Deadpool.
Pride.
I just kill.
You could
every
just be
single one.
Deadpool with like a mane or like.
You could do like a brony Deadpool.
Yeah,
I could.
There's so
Turn it
many
into My Little
different
Pony.
variants of Deadpool. I mean,
Just cut a hole out.
yeah.
my
Little
little Deadpool.
horsetail rainbow butt plug in there.
That's all I need.
Yeah,
Just literally, just
You're
stick, just
brony
pin me
Deadpool.
with the tail,
yeah.
and I'll run around with swords wielding. And
Or you could just get
Killing
little
everyone.
ears too.
I'll put on little horse ears and a mane, and I'll
I should
be
probably
Brony Bob.
show up with real swords. Actually,
Brony
to some
Bob.
of my fights. Yeah.
I mean, there's other conventions besides there's Otakon, but then there's
Well,
there's like Wizard World. I mean, that's a
there's-
convention.
Yeah,
but
Wizard
there's
World
all
is
these.
huge. But I was gonna
Fantastic
say
cast.
that there's. I mean, we cannot forget the video game conventions themselves.
That's
And I'm going to
where-
throw it right over to Kay.
Yeah, that's where Kay comes in.
because she's
Hey,
got the most
Kay.
experience out of all of us with video game conventions.
Why don't you tell us about them?
Okay, well, first I'll give you a long story short, like backstory version of how I've gotten to go to so many video games. I started a blog a couple years ago. After I started it, I met a guy who had like a small website that basically covers, all things nerdy and whatnot. And so I started writing for him, and then we would get media badges. So I've gone to 2 PAX Primes, which is over in Seattle at the end of August.
Very nice.
I've gone to 3 PAX Easts, which are in Boston at the end of
Boston.
April, beginning of April, I think. Early April.
Jealous.
She's got the traveling pants.
I've gone to Vegas for the Consumer Electronics Show once,
That's awesome.
and I went to New York Comic Con once in 2012. And New York Comic Con was awesome.
And this was all in the span of like only like a couple of years,
since
right?
2011.
That's
yeah.
that's unreal. That she's
That
been in
is.
all these places and on all these things.
So PAX is amazing.
I was gonna say PAX.
jealousy.
Yeah, I've been wanting to go for a long time.
Tell us
PAX.
about PAX.
PAX is literally the best thing for like a gamer, like because it's so fan oriented that you like everybody gets hands on and everybody gets cool swag and everybody gets to like meet developers, and there's all these other gaming conventions like E3 and Gamescom and all that, but they're not so like fan based.
That's
You
how
know,
I feel
that's
like.
the awesome thing about PAX.
Yeah, when you watch videos about PAX, it's more like you said, like generated towards.
You always see people like in front of like video screens, like testing something or playing
Always.
something.
Yep.
It's awesome.
And the booths are really extravagant.
The boobs?
setups, the
The boobs are extravagant.
I bet they are. Oh, booth.
Booth babes.
Sorry.
Booth babes, as Bobby would say.
booths are extravagant. But it's cool going as media because you get to do interviews and you get to get special demos and you get to get like hands-on and really cool things. You don't have to wait in line like a lot of the time, especially at like the Assassin's Creed booths. It's constantly packed and it's capped at like 4 hours for wait time. So people will stand there and they'll wait.
They will for
4 hours.
I know.
But
But see, how much do you miss while you're waiting in line for that?
Everything.
Exactly.
You
That's
spend
the
your whole
problem.
day
That's exactly
waiting.
right.
If
Like
you
the
don't get a
Assassin's Creed series is so fucking good, but like I don't know if I could wait 4 hours for that. Because what am I missing?
just to play like I know you've tested, Kay, like a lot of games like before they even come out, like, and that isn't that the same thing that like people are basically waiting for?
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. So you wait 4 hours for basically a 2-minute demo.
See, look at that.
2 to
4
5
hours
minute
for only a
demo.
few minutes.
I
And
don't
a
know about
t-shirt.
that.
That's the thing.
Whoa.
If they don't have a setup where you can actually play the game or play the multiplayer or play something, you just get a t-shirt. So you waited 4 hours for a t-shirt.
I waited in line
t-shirt.
for 4 hours
No
and all I got
thanks.
was this lousy
Because,
t-shirt.
because these t-shirts
no,
are exclusive.
It's a pretty badass T-shirt, I imagine.
They usually are.
I would hope so.
And
I would
then
hope so too.
the people that resell them sell them for a lot. So if you're a person who wants one and you want to buy
Right,
one,
'cause they're
you'd be
exclusive
spending
to-
a lot
yeah.
to the event. But
You get
that's
that
how it
cash
is
money.
with a lot of the cons, though.
Yeah.
It's just mostly swag and demos. And,
People just wanting to play shit for free and get things for free, but
Yeah.
still, I mean that's
But
all.
it's
That's
so
all
much
the excitement
fun.
too.
Right, because hey, that's what there's people that want to do that. Then more power to you if you want to sit that
Some
long
people
for.
probably get really psyched for that. Like they're in line and they don't even mind
Yeah.
being in line for as long as they are. Just like, oh my god, that was so worth the wait. It's sort of like being in line at like a roller coaster.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
for like a roller coaster or something.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a 2-minute ride.
yeah, it's only
Exactly.
2 minutes, and you wait in line for an hour and a half or
Yeah.
something in 100-degree weather, and that was awesome.
Yeah, but
That
the
was
Harry
worth it.
Potter ride was badass. I waited in line for that for 3 hours.
I would wait in line for that
Yeah.
for 3 days.
I'd wait for 3 weeks.
Best ride I've ever been on.
I mean, we got up super early and got in line 2 hours early at New York on Saturday morning to get
Yeah.
the Stan Lee exclusive Funko
The
Pop.
the
Yeah.
bobblehead, yeah,
You know,
and that was pretty cool. Like when we finally got in, that was after we kind of figured out the floor plan,
Right,
and everything.
exactly.
And we like literally as soon as we got through the doors,
Right.
like there weren't even like the tents and everything set up. Like they weren't even open yet.
Yeah.
technically,
People were still
and
setting
we
up.
fucking hauled ass.
Hauled ass.
Like I mean, there were like multiple places that had them, of course, but like
Yeah.
we only knew of like the one.
Yeah.
So we just tried
booked
to
it.
beeline as quickly as we could, and
We were successful. I
Even
mean-
that was worth it. Yeah, we were like
You know what
they
I-
still
yeah.
set up a line, and we were only in there for a few minutes, picked it up.
It'd be a whole different story if we woke up and did not leave without a Stan Lee Funko Pop.
I mean, if there's like something that's like exclusive to
That's what I mean,
a
yeah.
con like that, that's like okay, there's only like 1,000 of these or
Exactly. When they're
5,000,
limited.
whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The limited edition ones, like you got to get them. You got to
got
get them
it.
for everybody else, and I'm willing to throw some bows at children to pick up some of these things. Do you think Honey Badger don't give a shit? Why should I?
I totally agree 120%. But yeah, I mean, I would like to go. I've been to like the video game, speaking of video game, excuse me, conferences. It's called the MagFest, Music and
gonna
Gaming Festival. That's
mention
in
that
well, at least I mean, I went to
I
the one
remember
in
you telling me
National.
about that.
I went to the one in National Harbor. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's like a whole U.S. thing. I don't know if they do it throughout the U.S., but I discovered it on a whim, like just like looking up stuff to do. Like a couple years ago, I went 2 years ago, and it was great. I unfortunately got there like way too late because we left after. It was Ricky. He got off work like at 8. And we left at like 8 because it's a 24-hour festival. So you
That's
can
awesome.
They have like you can play games throughout the whole night because it's at a hotel.
That's one of the Gaylord Hotel in D.C.,
Yes,
right?
Yep, that's where it was.
You
Yeah.
know, a guy that works at Stansberry, the company we work for, he helps promote that and run it, actually.
Really?
Yeah, he was talking to me about it at Brewers Art one night.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I
it was.
missed it.
We still got there late, but we were planning on driving back. So it was like we tried to get in as many games as we could because you walk in, and the main section is like vendors and everything, and then to the right is like all the cabinet arcade games and like 20
Nice.
pinballs and like
That's
the
awesome.
old X-Men like cabinet, old Ninja Turtles, like.
That's so worth it.
And then
That's
to
so
the
worth
left-
to
I
go
would-
right
yeah.
there with those cabinets.
To the left of it is to the left of the vendors is like any system you can think of, and there's just chairs and tables with TVs and every system you can think of. You can just sit down and play. And there's like some people in there, like there was a Marvel vs. Capcom 3 tournament going on.
Nice.
You can sit down and play Dreamcast. You can play Xbox and play PlayStation, and like it was like holy crap, this is awesome. You could just stay up all night and play video games.
Why the hell didn't I go to this?
I don't know.
You told me about it. I don't.
Probably because we left so damn late, and it was like
Oh, that's what it was.
It was
yeah,
like we
yeah.
left literally
Yeah,
like
well,
8 o'clock.
I
Took
think
us
you
an
told
hour.
me. Yeah, you like text me like, "Hey, I'm going to this."
Yeah, took us an hour and a half to get there.
I was
We
like- I
show
was
up
like,
at
Why
10.
the fuck didn't you go earlier? What the hell are you thinking?
And then we realized how awesome it was, and I played pinball like all night and played
You-
Ricky and
you are a
NFL
pinball
Blitz.
fan.
Yeah,
That's what I love about like
NFL
PAX
Blitz.
is that it stays open really late. Like the show floor is closed, but beyond the show floor, like behind this wall, they have this huge tabletop area. And I'm not much of like a tabletop gamer, but
Yeah.
like people will stay there until 2-3 o'clock in the morning and
Yeah.
just play. Like I would go, one of the guys from the site that would go with us all the time was a huge tabletop gamer, and he would always just stroll in late at night because he was at the convention center playing board games. And I was like, that's just really cool.
yeah.
Like,
I think there was a
that's
section
cool.
for that too. It wasn't as much that it was
Board
more
games or tabletop?
tabletop.
We should all play Dungeons and Dragons together.
I've never
Yes.
even.
Yes.
Just
You should-
saying.
yes.
You should look to your right
never
right
played
now.
any of
Yes.
I know
Absolutely.
he's
Make this
definitely
an
done it.
all-night
He's down.
thing.
I'm
I mean, I've never
waiting-
played, but I would play.
I
would
haven't played in
definitely
years, so I've been really wanting to.
I think I was like.
I haven't played since middle school. I
11.
loved it.
Well, the last time I played.
Yeah, I was probably middle school or early high school, maybe. But
D&D?
they're releasing a new version. Apparently, and it's going to have so much stuff to it.
Oh, I know the Sundering has happened in the books.
I'm waiting.
Well, that's a little over your heads.
Yeah, we should play. Let's
I'm
play.
just like,
Waiting.
My cousin has a my cousin has a weekly D&D night.
I know this podcast is about nerds, but you guys are taking it a little too far.
Let's do that.
Whole new level.
We just lost our
We talk about
audience.
World of Warcraft while we're at it.
No,
Who's got a level 90 rogue?
Not
This guy who's got 2 thumbs and a level 90 rogue. This guy.
Realm first, downing Illidan, the Black Temple, whatever. You don't know about it.
I think I played World of Warcraft for about an hour of my entire life.
I've
think- I
played
think
it
I've
for
watched.
about 47 days of my whole life. I think you can. There's a thing you can type
yeah.
in and it tells you exactly how
tells
much
you,
time you
yeah.
spent, and I'm like well past 100 days at this point.
The only thing I
you
ever
gonna
It
do?
tells him it's not safe to be be this long.
Yeah, it
Oh,
tells
no,
it
it's
tell
not.
after a certain amount of time it tells you go outside.
People are like, "Wait a minute, you failed out of college?" I'm like,
Don't worry
Yeah.
about what I do. You just respond to what I
mean,
do.
shut up.
The only thing I ever liked is a friend of mine played it all the time. And there was this bridge you could sit on and throw snowballs at people when they would fall off the bridge when they got hit by the snowball and die in the lava. So you would
That's
just
true.
sit there for hours and do that.
There was
And
snow
I
where there
loved
was
it.
lava.
But then they
Snowball in a lava.
they patched it where you don't
during
fall.
Halloween, you can throw pumpkins at people too.
That's awesome. But
That's
apparently
pretty
they
cool.
patched it so you can't throw snowballs and knock people off the bridge. And I was like, I don't ever want to play this game
Knocks them
again.
down now.
that was the day
They
you
made
quit.
it horrible.
That was the day you quit.
You can also hop on a dragon's back and fly around now. It's pretty sweet.
That's cool. See, I would do that just to kind of soar, just to go soaring.
Just
Hey
ride
guys, I'll be right
dragons.
back. Go on your raid. I'll be flying around my dragon.
God, I remember when Spencer would leave the bar at 8 o'clock to go raid, and I'd be like, you are the dumbest person I know.
I got
really
kicked
would.
out of my guild because I went on vacation and I missed one raid, and
I was-
I gave them notice. Missed one raid, come back, log in, not in the guild anymore.
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
Jesus
how many
Christ.
Furious.
how many times have you had to like stop like doing important things to go?
Oh my
do
God.
A raid?
During
Because our
season
friend
4
Spencer
of
would do it all the
Dexter,
time.
season 4 of Dexter with the Trinity Killer, I'd be
Oh,
sitting
God.
at like the
It's so
kitchen
good.
table, just like, like looking back and forth, trying.
don't have
to-
time for this!
I'm like, I'm in the middle of Ice Crown Citadel, Mom, and like, it was not good. Haven't played in like 6 months. The girlfriend kind of stopped me.
Good for you.
Yeah, good for her.
If you
Not by
want to,
conscious decision. It's just I don't.
if you want to
have
keep the relationship going,
It's me or
I had a very
wow.
difficult choice to make.
Oh my.
Bobby had that day. He's just like, oh no,
Son of a bitch.
damn it.
I've unstalled it and reinstalled it 4 different times.
He's like, all right, she's gone for 3 hours at happy hour.
Yeah.
I have a story
Plenty of time.
similar, not similar, but you uninstalling and reinstalling. One day was after work. I gave in. I was at Best Buy. I was like looking at it. I was like, I'm gonna buy it. I bought it. I never opened the package. I was like, oh, I can't do it. I was like, I can't do it.
I owned it for a year before I actually played it. Like,
Oh, I've never installed it. I probably still have it somewhere in that box unopened.
I got to level 5 and was like,
no
this
idea
game
where it is.
sucks. And then I
No
worked
clue.
with a kid, and he's like, you got to get to level 10, and you'll love it.
Now
was
you're
right.
level, what'd you say, 91?
90. Yeah.
I have 4 level 90s, and then I got my mage.
Jesus Christ.
I got my
There's
mage.
the 47 days.
I got my mage to level 87, and then couldn't. It's so hard once you get to
Oh my God.
like
Holy
the
shit.
cataclysm happened, and it got really hard, and then it's spiraled out of control.
Sometimes I
Mr.
think it's-
Pandaria is really difficult.
Sometimes I think it's bad when I have like
You're
2
squishy.
weeks of Call of Duty played in my life. I'm just like, Jesus, I can't. No.
When you're a squishy character, it gets hard to miss Pandaria.
Bob, how many characters do you have that are over level
80.
80?
6.
Okay, yeah, 6. Yeah.
4 maxed
Ladies and
out
gentlemen,
the
he has
mage,
6 characters.
and then I
Okay.
got the other one that I got through Ice Crown, and then
How many characters do you have
boring.
all together?
the max. I think you can have 9 or 10.
Oh, that's it. Okay,
And I
was assuming
have
there was
4.
like there was a huge number of
I have
characters.
4 on
that you
another realm because when I first got it, I found out that this internet babe that I really was into
Ooh.
played on the realm Blackhand, and I was like, I'm gonna start some characters on Blackhand too.
Internet babes.
Yeah, bitch.
Sometimes you got to do
Does
that.
anyone remember Kate's Playground? No.
I got nothing on that.
Google it.
Crickets.
Google it. Yep. Somebody Google it.
Maybe one of our listeners will know,
Yeah, hopefully.
and they can.
That's
There's like
that's
17
pretty impressive,
dudes
Bob.
at home right now. Like respect.
Respect, man, respect. The only
Oh hell yeah,
followers we
man!
have.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
So
That's
anyway,
fantastic.
let's go back on topic here.
What about what?
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
I remember Otakon always has a video game room, but it's always small as shit because it's mainly for like anime. And they always have like the coolest Japanese games you could play on systems and all, and they have tournaments and like Super Smash Brothers. But they always have those insane Japanese arcade games where they have like it's like 30 buttons, and you just have to like press them all. It's like kind of like trying to play like Guitar Hero, but there's like 15 buttons. And I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I
playing
just
a real
start
guitar.
smacking all of them at once. I'm just like, I don't know. It scares me.
There was. Go ahead. Steven.
No, I was gonna say like Tony. I know Tony's gonna know what I'm talking about, but there is this one Japanese game.
Do it.
This arcade game. You know where I'm going with this. There's this one that exists.
I want to play
in
it
the
so
world
bad
that I think should be in every house.
Yeah.
Because it's just that cool. And the game is it's
so beautiful.
It's designed. Okay, you have the screen. It's like a normal like arcade like kind of looking cabinet, but instead of like buttons, it's like half of a table. Half
It's
of
a
like
table.
a circular table. And on the screen are like all these things. It's a picture of a table. It's all these things on the table. It's like dinner, glasses.
Yeah, there's like a
fucking
family
vase,
having dinner in the video.
a baby. I don't know what else. And all these things. And what happens is like there's things happening around you. And your character in the game starts to get like really pissed off. And to build
my
up your
God.
anger,
I know what you're
you
talking
start banging on the table.
You start just
You
smacking.
start banging,
way.
You start banging
Just
on the table.
smacking
Hang on.
the table.
We haven't reached the best part yet, Jake.
No.
You start banging on the table, and there's like a bar that starts to raise. And once your anger gets to a certain level, you just go "fuck this" and you flip the fucking table as hard as you can. And like how it depends on like how high things go that fly off the table.
What?
Yeah, like the
break,
screen
and
is in like
it
slow
starts adding
motion
up
with
all
like
the points.
glasses flying across the room. The like
I
dad
have
at
to
the
witness
dinner is just
this.
like what?
It's amazing.
Where did you play it?
It's absolutely
I've never
amazing.
played. It's in Japan.
No, I mean it's only in
oh,
Japan,
you vote.
but I'm saying like
His
it's
brothers played
his
it.
brother like
Yeah.
he Googled everywhere and like took a train for like 45 minutes to go play this
he
game
went
somewhere.
so far out of his way. I mean,
It should be.
My little brother
Japanese
lives in
people are
Japan
weird.
now.
It should be
They're
in every
beautiful.
household.
It's dude, just watch a video
Because
Yeah,
then
look
that
on
can help
videos,
someone that
amazing.
is angry, so they can mutually
This one.
That's
so they can
kind-
mutually
that's
be
kind of
angry
it, yeah.
with
He would love it.
the
Like
simulated
things that-
angry person, and then just get really mad and win and
Well,
beat
I would
the
like
whole
to play
game.
this game for the sake of like I'm playing Call of Duty here. I get really pissed off and then I flip the table over there.
Yes.
That's what I would absolutely need. I'm like,
That-
all right, at least
okay.
I'm good at something.
Yes, that's perfect. Actually, like you're
Oh,
just
it's
not
amazing.
your kill to death ratio is just horrible, and you're just like no, just bang on
Bang the table, flip it.
You're like, all right.
It's awesome. It's awesome. I want to find out what it takes to get that thing shipped from there to here.
There's got to be one in America by now somewhere.
We
Probably
can buy it with the
California.
money from the podcast.
Yeah.
Kickstarter. Another Kickstarter.
Kickstarter.
Let's get one going.
So we got 3 now, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
we're up to 3. Write
We're
that
up to
down.
3
Write that
today.
down. We have 3.
I mean, speaking of Japanese games, there was one I remember playing with Ricky at the MagFest. It was just these like you might have seen it before. It's like these 2 giant drums.
Yeah, they have that there too.
Yeah,
at
I know that
Otakon.
one.
And
Absolutely.
we're just like, let's play this. And we had no clue what it was. The whole game is in Japanese. So
Yeah.
you're like going through the menu, just like,
start
I
picking
guess this,
things.
I guess this, and then I
what
guess
it's called.
that.
Taiko
Yeah.
Drum
Then you
Master.
just, that might be
Yeah,
it.
something
My friend
like
Yeah,
Doug
I think
bought
it
Taiko
is.
Drum Master.
Really?
But you didn't get the big ones. You got these little tiny
Ah.
drums that were like maybe 8 inches across.
It was so fun.
And these hilarious drums.
Yeah, that game
Yeah,
rules.
but like the
Those and
characters are like the drums, and you're just like, it's just like you're just standing there like just like trying to play
really
this
bad
game, and
at
there's
it,
like
I
these
know
like little dancing drums, like yeah, like talking
It's like
Japanese.
Parappa
just
the
like-
Rappa, but with
Oh my
drums.
God.
that game was
Love
I
it.
loved
Love
the
it.
Rapper. Loved it.
I wasn't that good at that.
No, it was really bad.
I was,
all
I
rhythm
was, I
games
was
good
a
at
terrible
general.
white rapper. I'm just gonna throw that out there now.
But no, yeah, that's what I do at Otakon. I'll just go sit down at a game and just that's all Japanese. I'll just click buttons. I'm like, yep.
Yeah,
yep,
you don't
all right,
know,
let's go.
yeah, because they're like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know what you're
Like
doing.
Hero from
Yeah.
Heroes.
yeah,
Try to bomb me.
and then yeah,
It's insane.
One of my favorite parts, getting back onto the con,
Yeah.
talk,
Yeah, go ahead.
is the tournaments.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
At PAX every year, they seem to have a League of Legends tournament.
Nice.
And it's incredible to see the like it's a huge room, practically like an auditorium, and there's just a shitload. Every seat is taken, people are standing, and they go crazy. And they're like pro teams, you know.
right.
And then there'll be like an intermission, and there'll be like a band that comes out and plays League of Legend music, and people
Like
are
a
like
high school
dancing
marching
and, like,
band or
singing along.
something?
It's really cool though, and last year, actually earlier this year at PAX East, they had a small Call of Duty like tournament, and I am gonna geek out for a minute because I totally got to meet my favorite player, my favorite competitive player.
He
He's
sucks.
so cute.
Yeah,
Tony
yeah.
hates him, but I don't really give a shit.
He is pretty cute. He is
Who
pretty
is it?
cute though.
He's adorable.
Shout out
He's
to you,
so
cutie.
good.
Who is it?
Guess who else?
Shout
Guess
Shout
who
out
else?
to Nade Shot.
Guess who else plays
Nade
League of
Shot.
She's on
Legends?
Optic.
Jessica Negri. Guess
Of
who?
course she does. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, but you can
She
say
Probably
her booth
started
babe?
like a month ago.
That's why. But you can say your man. Oh, he's so hot. He plays it.
right.
But we can't say that fine ass Jessica Negri.
That's
plays it.
fine. He doesn't play with his
Nate
penis
Shot is
out.
good. I'll give him that. No.
You wish he did that.
How in the hell do you know?
Right?
I mean, he's sitting
Anyway,
underneath the
whatever.
table, like, you know. those
I've seen
guys
enough
just
of his
have their
streams,
dicks
and
out,
I've never
that's
seen
what
his
helps
penis.
them concentrate. Yeah, Nade's penis. Nade shot.
I like
load.
Scump a little better though. He's cool. He's a little ginger firecracker.
I mean, he's
dude.
good. I'll give him credit for being
Little
good.
ginger firecracker. Tony
He's
is
cool.
a fan of this guy.
I like him better than Nate Shot. Everyone loves Nate Shot.
Yeah, we don't agree.
I don't really know.
I was
who
really
either one
excited
of them
'cause I
are.
met
just know
him.
that
They're on
I'm
the same
Familiar
team.
with either of these men.
There's a few
Neither
other
am I.
people that
I'm not
aren't on
familiar with
teams
Nate Shot
though
'cause of
that I
her.
love watching, and I like. Do you know Jericho or T Mart?
Who?
Okay, no.
No, I got
So
You
What?
said who?
That's a big no.
Don't know.
Nothing.
I just think it's cool. Whatever.
No, those are really really cool to watch. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what game it is. If there's like a tournament
People
going
get
on
so
for it,
psyched.
I want to fucking watch it.
It happened
yeah.
at New
It's
York
exciting.
Comic Con. What were they playing? They were playing.
I don't know.
I
mean,
totally forget. But there was 2 screens up. You know, like had the 2 players on the stage.
On the
They were.
stage.
No,
Yeah.
it you know what it looked like? It looked like StarCraft.
It
looked
might-
like StarCraft.
it did have-
like,
it
in
did
the
resemble
I think it was
that.
like
Yeah.
something like that.
But
I
people
don't think
went
it was
nuts
StarCraft.
when this one guy won. The people had like like flags.
Yeah.
We're like
It's
like,
awesome.
we had no clue what was
Probably
going on.
StarCraft.
Yeah.
But it was like still, it was cool to see how psyched people were that
Yeah.
that one
Yeah.
person won. It was
And
just
I
like,
just also love like how good people are at games. Like that's why I'm so
No, I know.
fascinated by people that are super good at Call of
Yeah.
Duty because I'm like I am not that good. I have like good games, but nothing like astronomically awesome like they do. And I'm just like I don't know how you get that good because I've tried so
Oh, I know.
hard
That's the
and I
thing. It's
can't.
just-
I
Sometimes with
can't
video
do
games,
it.
there's none of that practice makes perfect shit.
It's just
Sometimes
you're good at it.
good or
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
not.
sometimes you're good. I mean, you
It
can
amazes
practice
me,
and
though.
be good enough, but not
like,
good
yeah,
like
you can
those
get
people.
good.
Not
Yeah.
good
But
enough
not
to win
like-
$1 million in a tournament,
No.
which
Yeah,
is
definitely
crazy.
not.
That's insane.
Well, not to like go back on a World of Warcraft tangent, but they don't have
No,
but,
please
like,
do, Bob.
They don't have tournaments because it's not a tournament style game. But when
Yeah.
they release new content and there is that end game boss, there are
always a
guilds
race.
from around the world. They made a documentary about it, and they are
Yeah.
cutthroat
yeah.
about being the first people in
Yeah.
the world to down these
Yeah.
bosses, and it's
Well,
fascinating.
that's also like StarCraft in what is it, Korea? Like one of the Koreas.
Yeah, it's
that's like
like-
their national sport.
I was
over
pretty
there.
into StarCraft.
I had
I was
StarCraft
too.
once.
StarCraft, I
I've
really
seen-
I
did
didn't even
enjoy.
buy StarCraft 2 because I was terrified of what it would do to my life. Like,
That
no good.
47 days is nothing compared to what StarCraft.
I had
2
one
could've
friend
done
in
to
middle
you.
school, and it was because we played StarCraft together.
Yeah.
I think I watched one of
And
the
Zelda.
StarCraft tournaments recently on
They go
Twitch.
nuts.
There's
They go
just like
fucking crazy.
millions of people watching them play, and like
Yeah.
it's insane. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
even know. There's so many.
Okay, guys. I think that pretty much like wraps it up for our con talk. That was fun.
It was.
That was a lot of fun.
We've all had some good experiences with cons, I think.
Totally.
Oh yeah, many.
With conventions, not like, like robbers, like cons.
Like
Yeah.
being
Like con
bad
artists.
people.
Some more than others.
I don't know about that.
But I think we have a lot.
That'll be next week's story. Is
Next week's story is what's your best robbery?
yeah. Tune in and see ya.
all the crimes we've committed.
Yeah.
But I
Between
think
now and then,
we have
yeah.
a lot of cons. There's plenty of cons that we haven't been to. So
A lot to look forward to. A lot we have experienced. A lot to look forward to. I can't wait.
Oh yeah.
Come New York, we'll definitely. I mean, we should really do something for when New York comes around.
yeah, I think we're gonna take a camera and document some stuff.
We'll just do like a little video blog
A
and
little guy.
run around, get into trouble,
Yeah.
maybe even get kicked out.
yeah,
That would be
maybe.
a good way to end.
And Steve will talk to some more celebrities.
It
Yeah.
probably wouldn't be a good way because you only have a 1-day pass. So try to behave a little.
Let's
bit.
get Garrett kicked out in the first 5 minutes and watch the meltdown happen.
Yeah,
I'm in.
we would love to hear from obviously everybody else from
Yeah.
if they like their experiences. Like, tell us what you think.
Yeah,
Tell us-
suggest
tell us-
other
tell us your
cons.
experience, Yeah.
Tell us how sweet the other ones we haven't been to are. And
Come see us at cons.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be the drunk guy at Otakon with whiskey and Coke walking around
Don't go see
laughing.
him.
Wait, did you say whiskey and as in like a Coca-Cola or cocaine?
You take a Coke bottle, empty a little bit out, put whiskey in it, and you walk around and drink all day. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I was
the
gonna
funny.
say.
Okay, not
But
even.
you
a
did say
long-
Coke. Let's viewers.
Yes.
He doesn't really do.
Can we
Coke.
not?
A 2-second story. I was walking one night in Otakon with my whiskey and Coke, stood next to a guy watching people play some weird tag game with a Coke, and I was like, "What's in your Coke, sir?" And he was like, "Whiskey." "What's in yours?" I was like, "Whiskey." We cheersed and walked away. That's it. It was the greatest thing of my Otakon experience.
Otakon whiskey friends.
Jesus Christ, Tony.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
All
Good-
right.
Good for you.
Keep the feedback coming, and we
Thanks
love
for
you
listening.
guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks.
We'll see you next
See you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.